Have you ever felt the current of your life begin to change direction? A subtle but undeniable shift in the flow of your days, when the same numbers or symbols seem to appear, not with drama, but with a quiet insistence. When your inner thoughts find an echo in the world around you, in conversations or moments that feel deeply resonant. Many might call these fleeting illusions, mere tricks of a mind seeking patterns. But perhaps we can consider another perspective. What if these are not random occurrences, but invitations to a deeper level of awareness, preparing you for a profound transformation that is already beginning to unfold within you? Ancient wisdom teaches us that life does not send change without first speaking to us. This communication is not chaotic or cruel. It operates like a silent language, a series of ripples on the water, showing us where the stone was cast. It sends signals and creates patterns that we often overlook in the noise of our daily lives. If you find yourself watching this, drawn here in this moment, it is very likely you are standing in a current of significant change, ready to receive some of the most meaningful insights of your journey. Life has a profound way of guiding our attention. It does not use human words, nor does it leave messages for our rational mind to analyze. Instead, its language is one of patterns, of rhythms, of events that connect in ways that feel meaningful and true. These are the markers of a great internal shift. The closer you draw to a pivotal moment of growth, the more clear and frequent these patterns become. Reflect on a significant turning point in your past, a change in your path, your relationships, or your understanding of yourself. If you observe closely, you will likely recall the signs that preceded it, small currents that hinted at the coming tide, the same melody appearing at just the right time, a series of encounters that felt perfectly placed, people who arrived with the precise insight you needed. From a space of deep awareness, we find that life is not a series of surprising, disconnected events. Instead, it is a constant, intelligent unfolding. Energies align and circumstances converge, creating the perfect conditions for your inner growth and the evolution of your consciousness. Because this process is gradual, because a profound shift must unfold with care to avoid overwhelming your system, gentle signs appear long before the transformation reaches its peak. These are the quiet invitations to look deeper. Once you learn to recognize them, to see with clarity and listen with stillness, your relationship with life is transformed. You move from feeling moved by circumstance to moving with the great flow, a conscious participant in an elegant, unfolding dance. One of the most common ways this guidance manifests is through repetition. You begin to notice the same symbols, the same themes, the same silent messages arising in different forms. Perhaps a certain animal, a specific color, captures your attention repeatedly. Or you find yourself engaged in the same kind of heartfelt conversation with different people. This is not your mind deceiving you. This is life itself gently highlighting a core truth, inviting your focus toward an insight you are ready to receive. Numbers are a simple and powerful expression of this. Perhaps you see 11:11 on a clock, or the number 333 appears on signs. People may rationalize this as the mind simply noticing what it looks for. But what if it is the opposite? What if these patterns are truly present, and your mind is finally becoming quiet enough to perceive a frequency that has always been there? Then there are the people who enter the flow of your life just before a significant change. Sometimes they are new individuals, carrying an energy or a piece of wisdom you have been searching for within. At other times, old connections reappear after years of distance, carrying a perspective that arrives with uncanny timing. And often, it is a stranger who offers a simple phrase that lands with the weight of truth, speaking directly to a question you held only in your heart. Disruption also serves as a powerful guide. Your familiar routines may begin to feel hollow. The ways you once found comfort may no longer offer peace. Relationships that were once your foundation might start to feel brittle or misaligned. The work that once brought you energy now feels as though it drains your spirit. This is not misfortune. This is life creating a necessary pressure, a gentle but firm invitation to move away from what no longer supports your journey, creating just enough discomfort to inspire growth. This journey of awareness can feel solitary, but it is a path many walk. If these reflections resonate with the path you are on, I invite you to join our community to continue exploring this journey together. By subscribing, you help us keep this space for shared contemplation alive. Sharing this with someone it might help is a wonderful way to expand this circle of awareness. Your inner world, your dreams, often become more vivid and potent during such times. You may experience recurring dreams or dreams with a palpable sense of reality, offering symbolic guidance on challenges you face. Your deeper consciousness becomes an active guide, processing truths that your waking mind may not yet be prepared to fully embrace. Even your relationship with technology can seem to reflect this shift. A song might play that perfectly articulates your current state. You may receive a message just as you are thinking of that person. Such moments are not magic, but reflections of an aligning energy field. Your physical environment may also begin to reflect your inner changes. You may feel a pull toward new surroundings, or familiar places may feel different to you. Objects may break or fail, prompting you to examine your attachments. Your own home may start to feel too confining or no longer a match for the person you are becoming. The key to perceiving these signs is not to seek them with anxiety, nor to force meaning onto every event. It is about cultivating a state of quiet presence, an openness to notice the patterns without grasping, and to receive the insight without the immediate need for logical explanation. The most profound shift occurs when you begin to trust this process instead of resisting it. When you cease to label every meaningful connection a mere coincidence and start to see it as part of an intelligent unfolding far greater than the rational mind can map. This change in perspective does not just alter how you see the signs, it changes how they present themselves to you. The law of nature itself reveals that the flow of life responds to your state of being. The more you acknowledge its guidance, the clearer it becomes. The more you trust the journey, the more directly the path is illuminated. It is like tuning a radio. At first, you only hear static, fragments of sound, but as you adjust the dial, as you tune your awareness, the signal emerges with beautiful clarity. This is why some people seem to navigate life with such grace, always finding themselves in the right flow, at the right time. They are not luckier. They have learned to read the currents, to follow the quiet guidance, to dance with the rhythm of life instead of pushing against it. But it is important to understand that this level of awareness carries a quiet responsibility. Once your eyes are open to these patterns, once you recognize you are part of a larger, intelligent flow, you cannot return to seeing life as random or meaningless. You can no longer believe you are powerless. You step into your role as a conscious participant in your own unfolding, which means you also become responsible for the steps you take next. Life will begin to test your commitment to this new awareness. It will send signs that invite action, not just passive observation. It may guide you toward difficult but necessary conversations. It may open doors that lead down paths you had never considered. It may present you with opportunities that both inspire and challenge you. Your willingness to follow these currents, even when they challenge your sense of logic, determines the pace of your transformation. This is where many pause. They embrace the idea of deeper wisdom until that wisdom asks them to step beyond their zone of comfort, beyond their constructed identity. They want the signs to confirm the path they are already on, not to gently redirect them towards something new. But true growth rarely occurs within the boundaries of the familiar. The purpose of this journey is not to keep you safe and comfortable. Its purpose is your expansion, your evolution, your becoming. And sometimes, this requires the dismantling of old structures to create space for something far more aligned with your true nature. The signs often grow more intense as you approach the heart of the change. What began as gentle whispers may become too clear to ignore. The patterns multiply. The guidance becomes more direct. The old forms of your life may begin to fall away faster than you can hold them. Yet, if you are paying attention, if you are truly present, you will notice that even in what appears to be chaos, a profound and loving intelligence is at work. Your intuition deepens during these times. You will find yourself knowing things without knowing how you know them. A feeling in your core about people or choices proves to be deeply accurate. You will feel an impulse to go to a certain place or connect with a certain person, and it will lead you to precisely what was needed. This is not some external power being granted to you. This is you finally learning to hear the quiet voice of wisdom that was always within, always available. Life also begins to clear the obstacles from your path, often in ways that first appear as setbacks. A job that was not right for you may end, creating the freedom to pursue your true calling. A relationship that was draining your spirit may reach its gentle conclusion. A situation that confined you may become unsustainable, pushing you towards something better. What appears as deconstruction is, in reality, clearing the ground for new construction. What look like endings are profound new beginnings. Those around you may start to notice a change in your presence, even without conscious effort on your part. They might comment that you seem different, that your energy feels new. This is because you are resonating at a different frequency, and others can sense this transformation at a deep level. You may find yourself naturally outgrowing conversations, environments, and relationships that once felt comfortable. This is not a judgment. It is the natural consequence of your own vibration, rising to match a new way of being. Like a plant outgrowing its pot, you are simply becoming too vast for the container of your old life. The final stage before a major shift is often a blend of challenge and magic. The signs can become unmistakable, yet the part of you that clings to the familiar may resist with all its strength. You may feel caught between two shores, no longer belonging to the old, yet not fully anchored in the new. This is the moment where trust is your only guide. It is where following the current requires you to step forward without seeing the entire path. It is when life invites you to become a version of yourself you have not yet met, guided only by a deep inner certainty that something beautiful is waiting on the other side of your willingness to let go. You are not here by accident. You were not brought to these words by a random algorithm. You are here because a part of you is awakening. You are here because you have been sensing the currents, because on a deep level, you already know that your life is poised for a profound shift. The process has been preparing you for this, creating patterns, sending ripples, guiding your attention toward what is ready to emerge. And if you have followed this far, if these words resonate with that place inside where your own truth resides, then you are already deep within the flow of your own becoming. Your transformation is not on the horizon. It is here. It began the moment you started to notice the patterns, the moment you allowed yourself to see the connections, the moment you opened to the possibility that your life is an intelligent, purposeful unfolding. The guidance will continue. It will grow stronger, clearer, and more resonant. Your task is not to map out the entire river ahead. Your task is simply to trust the process, to follow the current, and to remain open to the quiet wisdom that seeks to express itself through you. So be present, stay aware, and trust the journey. Everything you have been asking for, everything your soul has been preparing for, is already flowing toward you. Life has heard the call of your heart, and it is responding in ways more profound than you could ever imagine. Your moment is now. Your transformation is here. If you are committed to walking this path of conscious growth with intention, consider subscribing as a promise to yourself. It is an affirmation of your journey and allows us to continue sharing these reflections. Let us walk this path together.